Waziri, karibu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for indulging me to make this personal statement, Mr. Speaker. Under Standing Order number 58, to make my personal statement following my nomination by His Excellency President William Ruto to serve as a Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Roads, Transport and Public Works. Mr. Speaker, this morning, our sister house, the National Assembly, approved our names, and the names of the Cabinet Secretary's nominees approved includes my name, as it is now in public domain that I was nominated by the President to serve in that docket. And following that nomination, Mr. Speaker, it is now my departure from this august house is imminent. I am, Mr. Speaker, standing here with mixed feelings because Senate has been home for over 10 years. In the year 2013, I was elected by the people of Elgeyo Marakwet County on the 4th of March 2013 to serve as the senator for Elgeyo Marakwet County. That time, Mr. Speaker, I was barely 33 years. Mr. Speaker, in the contest that led to my election, I competed with seasoned politicians, including the late Nicholas Biwott, who, Mr. Speaker, was my worthy competitor, and the people, notwithstanding my financial status, my unknown name, my unknown background, the people of Elgeyo Marakwet County, having listened to my manifesto, agreed to elect me to come and serve them in this house. Mr. Speaker, that despite that background, my people decided that they were going to vote for me. And Mr. Speaker, when I came here, my colleagues whom we served together, many of whom were very seasoned politicians, worked with me, walked with me, mentored me, respected me, Mr. Speaker, and from the onset, I was entrusted with responsibility in this chamber. I became the first chair of the Devolved Government and Intergovernmental Relations Committee. I became, Mr. Speaker, a member of the Public Accounts Committee, pioneer member of the Public Accounts Committee, and that County Public Accounts Committee, for my colleagues whom we were together here, you remember the challenges we went through, summoning governors to come to this house and shaping, Mr. Speaker, the relationship of this house in some matters of accountability with counties. I became, Mr. Speaker, a member of the Speaker's panel. From day one, I had the responsibility of chairing sessions of this house on behalf of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker when they were not in session. And Mr. Speaker, I was also given the honor of being, Mr. Speaker, a member of Pan-African Parliament. And through that, Mr. Speaker, I served this country and this Senate with a lot of diligence, commitment, passion. And what I remember, Mr. Speaker, is that it didn't take 6 months. And as a chair of devolution committee, I had to guide the House when we decided that we had to go to Supreme Court for an advisory opinion at a time when the mandate of this House, Mr. Speaker, was being challenged by the National Assembly. And this House, Mr. Speaker, must be remembered that in the first Senate, the first year of the Senate, we did not get the opportunity to, Mr. Speaker, discuss county allocation of revenue bill and, Mr. Speaker, division of revenue bill, because at that point in time, the National Assembly thought we should not have that mandate. And because of our concerted effort as a team and the trust that the leadership of the House that time, Senate, had, we managed, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that we get an advisory opinion from the Supreme Court that protected the authority of this House and the jurisdiction of this House, Mr. Speaker, which sadly has continued to suffer in the hands of, Mr. Speaker, our sister House in the National Assembly. It didn't take 3 years, Mr. Speaker. In 2016, one of my colleagues, Senator Charles Keter, who was the Deputy Majority Leader, was nominated in the same way I have been nominated to serve in the cabinet. And the opportunity that came, my party, Mr. Speaker, nominated me and approved me to be the Deputy Majority Leader. Again, Mr. Speaker, at a young age of, Mr. Speaker, barely 36 years, I became the Deputy Majority Leader of this House. And Mr. Speaker, from then onwards, Mr. Speaker, I also relinquished other responsibilities. But it must be remembered also, Mr. Speaker, that at a time when we had a challenge about the mandate of this House, I became a chair of a select committee deputized by Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. then to protect again and find ways of using the Constitution to protect the mandate of this House. In Arusha and other parts of this country, Dar es Salaam and other areas, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Bunge FC, I will miss those great moments. I hope to continue training with the Bunge FC and perhaps participate in the East African parliamentary games, Mr. Speaker. I cannot exhaust the countless times we went for trips, Mr. Speaker, both nationally and internationally, to see what other countries have done. And now we brought back those experiences here. I made great friends. Unfortunately, I have not had enough time to interact with the current lot of senators, but I look forward to coming back here anytime I am summoned, Mr. Speaker, including almost summoning myself, so that I can participate with colleagues here to ensure that the ministry I'm going to head is meaningful to the people of Kenya. To the people of Elgeyo-Marakwet County, I am forever grateful. To my family, Mr. Speaker, my wife and my 4 little children, Mr. Speaker, I am forever grateful. To my family, my parents, who struggled through tough times in life, to educate me and give me this opportunity to reach this far, I am forever grateful. And to the President who nominated me to be a Cabinet Secretary, I want to say to the President, I will serve this country with great humility and great honor, and I thank him for trusting me to serve the people of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I am overwhelmed by emotions, but I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.